It's longer time. Yay! Lager time. Poems, stories, and thoughts. By me, Paul Cree. Who else?
1, 2. Greetings, bonjour, what's happening? Welcome to Lager Time. My name is Paul Cree. This is episode 99. Episode 99. Like 99 flake. Rarely used to get a 99 flake when I was a kid. It was a real treat to have one of those. So maybe this is a treat for you, or not, perhaps. It's a bit of a treat for me getting to do this, which is this being my little podcast where I share bits of writing that I'm working on. So this week will be the penultimate chapter of Way of the Kip. Chapter 6, struggled a bit trying to find an ending to it. I think I've worked one out, but it'll be one more chapter after this one, which I'll try and do during the week. After that, I don't really know what's going on. I would like to sit down with this story because it will need a load of work, I think, to put it all together and find some way to put it out there, perhaps. And then this little book of poems I want to do, that will be the next thing, I think. And then, next week will be episode 100. Episode 100. I've been mulling it over. What do I think about episode 100 or 100 episodes of this? And I have quite mixed feelings about it. You know, on one hand, I think, oh, cool. Well done. It's been a bit inconsistent over the years, but I'm not great at maintaining things to a decent standard. And whilst I think the standard has got better, the standards that I try and set for this over the years, it's still not amazing. It's still a bit raw and ready, rough and ready, raw and ready, whatever. But I think, I went through a phase a couple of years ago where I was writing things directly for this every week. It was a lot of work, and I had to learn new skills in terms of the production and sound design and alongside other work that I was doing, I had to skill up on music production and audio recording and mixing and all that stuff. And if you listen back through the episodes, hopefully you can hear where it's improved. I used to have a real problem with gates and sibilance and stuff like that. But yeah, so, it's been a big learning curve, and it's cool being able to have my own needle in a haystack, in a pinhead on the internet, in my early 20s, I had lots of ideas and scraps of ideas and not really many places to put it out. I would have killed for something like this. Killed, maybe not, but I would have been over the moon, but then I probably wouldn't have known what to do with it. But then, the other side to the thinking is like the one that often is in the back of my mind. It's like, why are you still even doing this? Should have probably locked it off after one. There's a part of me that finds it increasingly difficult to justify doing this, because there is no point to it really, other than that I like doing it and feel I owe it to my younger self in a way. Right, it's just kind of going down a path I didn't expect it to go down. But these have been my thoughts this week on the looming episode 100. But anyway, chapter 6, Way of the Kip. We'll get there in a moment. I hope all is well with you people out there in Lagerland, if anyone is listening. So if you're on the music thing, don't forget I've been trying to plug this new EP that I've done, More 64s of Boredom, 5-track rap EP. It's all produced by me. Each track has a 64-bar rapped verse in it, all of which was recorded in one take, bar the overdubs. There's a labour of love, but it's out there if you're sort of slightly on the weirder spectrum of rap, or you enjoy India rap. Maybe that'll be your thing. So it's available on Spotify and Apple and BANDCAMP and Amazon and all of those other platforms, should you wish to stream or download. All right, we'll get into this anyway. I've waffled. Episode 99, Chapter 6, Way of the Kip. So as a little reminder, refresher, or if you're new to this character Reece works in an insurance company that he processes insurance claims in an office in central London. He's originally from Newtown, which is a fictional new town outside of London. You know, he's probably has quite low self-esteem. He's questioning himself a lot. He doesn't sleep very well at night. I guess he's quite anxious. And his sleep problems are exacerbated by his own way of life. Like, he probably drinks too much and isn't particularly healthy. He eats bad food. And he's got in trouble with his supervisor, Priya, for falling asleep at work. And she's questioned his attitude. There's some training that they had about unconscious bias, and he said some silly things. And she felt he was being disrespectful. So anyway, he asked his colleague, Bianca, for some suggestions on how he can improve his sleep. And she suggested buying a candle, and he's had the candle. It didn't work. He tried it once. And now he's having a bit of an existential crisis. So in the last episode, he goes back into work, sleep deprived. He finds out there's another batch of the unconscious bias training, but he's not being invited in. It's like girls only. So at the end of the episode, when the girls come out of the training, the tiredness has caught up with him during the morning, and like he's just shut his eyes and his supervisor sees him. So this is called Way of the Kip, Shut Her Eyes. Priya had almost certainly clocked me nodding off at my desk. But aside from the worry of a pending ticking off, there was an energy shift in the office which made me feel uncomfortable. Something that I couldn't put my finger on. It was like walking into a room full of people with the feeling that a joke's just been shared that I'm not part of. Keith and the ladies' crew had all sauntered back to their respective desks, each one of them possessing a look like they knew something. I tried to override it. As far as I was aware, I hadn't done anything wrong, apart from momentarily nodding off. I'd got more work done than usual, so I tried to crack on as if everything was okay. Figured I'd send a low-risk, mildly witty email to Diane. She got one fairly often from me. I asked her how the training was, putting the word training in inverted commas. And usually, I got a reply within minutes. Training was very good. I have to ask, what are you implying with the speech marks? I don't know, just a bit of a laugh. You know me. So what did you do in there? It sounds to me like you're mocking the training. Yeah, no, maybe, I don't know. I always mock things. You okay? Perhaps you don't know what it feels like to be discriminated against. Well, I wasn't wrong with my paranoia. Something was definitely up since Girls Club and Keith came out of the training. At this point, though, I wasn't entirely sure if Diane was being serious or not, but she was adopting a similar tone to Priya used on me in that meeting. But like a plank, I continued on with my usual spiel in this tennis rally of an email conversation. Once I didn't get picked for the Crunch Newtown Under-9s match against Brackway Celtic, The manager was looking after his nephew that day from Bracknell, and that little melt wanted to play, so the nephew got picked instead of me. I was a victim of both nepotism and discrimination. I've still not got over it. I thought it was funny. This just proves my point. You have no idea, Reece. I have work to do now. I suggest you do the same. I began to type a response out, merely pointing out the obvious discrimination, me and Pete being excluded from the training. I stopped midway and deleted it. What was she going on about? Reece, a word please. Priya, again. Here came the inevitable. I followed her into the meeting room. Sometimes I forgot how short she was. Made me feel like a basketball player. Monique was gone, but there was a stray bit of paper on the floor which said, "Speak your truth." Reece, were you sleeping just now? No, Priya. My eyes were closed momentarily, that was all. I'm sorry. Didn't look like it to me. If I was sleeping, then how would I have got any work done today? I've worked hard. Are you tired again, Reece? Is that a serious question? I beg your pardon? Are you being sarcastic? No, I'm not, Reece. Okay, that's good. Good? I don't like the tone you're taking here. I'm finding it quite disrespectful. I asked you a simple question and then you questioned me. Do I need to remind you that I'm your supervisor? Do you think that's okay to talk to me like that? I don't understand, Priya. What have I said? If Alan from senior management spoke to you, would you answer him the same way? Alan? Where's this going, Priya? Answer the question and stop questioning me. Would you speak to Alan in the same way you're currently speaking to me? I don't really talk to Alan beyond small talk in the kitchen, but he doesn't like football. He likes rugby. I know nothing about rugby. Answer the question, Reece. I doubt he even knows my name, Priya, but no, I guess I wouldn't. But then he's never been sarcastic to me. Are you accusing me now of sarcasm? You are sometimes sarcastic with me, Priya. What is this about? I saw you with your eyes closed. I asked you if you were tired and you responded to me disrespectfully. Like he's whacking my bottle. I didn't mean it to be disrespectful. That wasn't my intention. And yes, I am tired. Can I go now? Are you sure about that? Sure about what? Trying to not to disrespect me. Perhaps you're not aware. Aware? No, Priya, I've never tried to. Can I just go back to my desk now? I'm worried your tiredness is affecting your work. Clearly it's affecting your attitude. Yeah, it is, but stuff like this doesn't help either. But I banged out claims left, right and centre this morning. Stuff like this? Stuff like what? Being held to account for your actions, or lack of. That was sarcastic. No, it wasn't. Okay, it wasn't then. Now you're being sarcastic, Reece. I must have raised my voice at this point. I was getting frustrated. No, I'm bloody not now. You've raised your voice at me, Reece. This is not acceptable. I don't know where this is going. It's like you're trying to trick me into saying something. You're on a disciplinary. What? Why? Improper conduct. Disrespecting your supervisor, falling asleep at your desk, inappropriate emails to female members of staff. The list goes on. Inappropriate emails? What to who? You sent me one, remember? That's a start. Go back to your desk and try and stay awake. You can't just accuse me of get out, Reece. Came out the glass menagerie. First person I saw was Shaz. She was looking directly at me. She kissed her teeth and turned back to her screen. Boring Keith smirked while he took a bite on a Snickers. Got back to my desk, both fuming and scared. I didn't know what was going on or where it came from. It was like some sort of psychological assessment from a film about American special forces. Was this the net closing in on me? There was a throb at the side of my head. My nervous system was fried like an overheated toaster. Any rational or calm thoughts were instantly burnt to a cinder. Took a breath, sipped my water. I tried clicking on a new claim on my screen. The phone goes. Pete. Listen, mate, just seen you come out the office with Priya. Before you get the sack, don't forget you owe me a tenner for the fantasy league, all right? What are you talking about? Ta-da! Hung up. He's winding me up. Turned around. Pete weren't at his desk. Back to the screen. Tried clicking on the next claim. Someone called Kelly Ward. Screen froze. Reboot the PC. Took an age to reload. My foot was tapping like a pneumatic drill. I couldn't seem to stop it. Finally, Windows appeared. My Frank Lampard screensaver came up. He was grinning at me with a speech bubble coming out of his mouth. You're getting sacked in the morning, sacked in the morning. Pulled the claim system back up. Phone rings again. Bianca. Hey Reece, how was your sleep? Did you try the candle? Yeah, I barely slept. Oh Reece, did you unwind your chakras? Unwind my what? Clearly not. Oh Reece, you've got a lot of work to do on yourself. What work? Do the work, Reece. What do you mean? Work it out. Work it out. Work what out? And why did you tell Shaz that she'd hung up? What the hell was going on? My heart was racing. The vein on the side of my head was growing like a water slide protruding from a leisure centre. Suddenly a vision occurred to me of Monique, Priya, Pete, Diane, Bianca, Shaz and Boring Keith all going down a flume where the top had been carved off. They all had their hands raised in the air smiling, riding on a raft made of an essential skills PowerPoint slide, landing into a pool at the bottom that was bubbling with lager and bits of doner kebab and oven-ready pizzas. As they were getting out of the pool to repeat the ride again, they were being high-fived by the East Asian man from the presentation. The man turned then winked at me. Gong sound. Then instructed each person to speak your truth. He whispered it. Once they passed him, on their way to climb back up to the flume, the older white guy from the original slide was lying on the floor in a fetal position. Each one of them gave him a boot in the ribs as they went past. I suddenly felt for the old boy. What's he done? I said. They ignored me. I went closer now. Alongside all of my colleagues was the entire 2006 Chelsea squad and past and present Blue Peter presenters, all laying the boot in on the old boy. They were going to kill him. I dived in and managed to get between the mob and the man. He was bloody and bruised and curled up in a ball. I rolled him into the recovery position. The mob had started chanting, "Do the work, do the work, do the work." The old boy's eyes opened. There was blood all over his white shirt. "You all right?" I said. "No, mate. You're all right," he said. "What do you mean?" "You're all right. You're okay," he said. "Thanks, but you're hurt. And what are you talking about?" I said. "It's all right. I can take it. And so can you. It will hurt a bit. It's for the best, mate." And closed his eyes. What did he mean? What was this? He said I can take it. Take what? Suddenly I braced myself for a pasting, turned round, clenched my face and closed my eyes, and felt a soft hand on my shoulder. "Reece, just go home, get some rest and come back tomorrow." "Priya, I'm sorry It's okay, Reece, you've done enough today." But what about my warning?" "Warning? Just go, Reece. You can make up the time next week." I stood up, closed my computer down, put my things in my bag, turned around and looked across the open plan office. Everyone was back at their desks, just cracking on as per usual, getting on with their job. I felt heavy, and there was a bit of water in my eyes as I trudged to the lift with my head down. Right, there you go. Actually, things have gone a bit left for Reece. You know, I may well look at this in a few weeks' time thinking, what on earth? But yeah, there you go. Way of the kip. Chapter 6, Chapter 7 next week, final chapter, episode 100. Don't forget, more 64s of boredom. Stream it, enjoy it. I don't know. Don't if you're not interested in that, but it's out there, it's available. But I hope you have a lovely weekend. Thank you for your time. Peas and taters, Paul.
It's longer time. Yay! Lager time. Poems, stories and thoughts. By me, Paul Cree. Who else?